Hey there, welcome to the Lumiére channel. Welcome to your next connection, your next romantic connection. Pick a card starting with these. These. 8, 4, 3. Pick one. Which one has your next love connection? Is 4 your next love connection? Is 3 your next love connection? Is 8 your next love connection? I don't know. Let's find out. Timestamps are in the description box below. Please smash that like button, ring that bell, subscribe, do all the things if you enjoy this video. Or even hit that dislike button. Why not? Go ahead. Let a girl know. Alright? I'll see you in your reading. Keep your light on. Good luck. And I'll see you there. Bye-bye. Hey, 3. Oh. Hey, 3. So we're going to do a couple of things. We're going to see what your next love connection is, like what you need to know about them, what that's going to be like, and when it's coming. Someone remind me. And also, you know, your guidance on it. So take a seat, pop a squat. Oh, yeah. And we'll see what this is about. So first we're going to be looking into what you need to know about them, right? How will you know it's them? What's their deal? You know, what is their deal? What is their deal? You know, what do you need to know about them? What's up with them? Let's find out. Spirit, tell us about number 3. Tell us about the connection, the next romantic connection. Oh, this romantic connection. Dragons in reverse. At the top of the deck, we have that card that wants to be out here. So that's fine. And this one, this whole deck wants to keep talking. Spirit, calm down. Okay. So we have card number 6 acting like a 9. We have number 1. And we have 20. These are divisible by 3. in some ways. All right. So this is someone who is on your path. They are coming towards you or have come. We will look at the time. This connection here. They could be somebody who has really grown. They have a sense of wisdom about them. They've been through some things. They've been through some things and they've conquered some really hard things. I feel like they've been personal hard things. It's difficult to, you know, it's like one of those things where it's difficult to say no to family. It's difficult to say no to situations that are hard, where you will lose a lot. So I feel like this person has really been through those types of things, and they are their own guide in a way that, like, they want to be better. They want better for themselves, and they've made those sacrifices to obtain better for themselves. They really have. They're not willing to put up with mess. So if they're putting up with your mess, then this is somebody that cares about you, because they've been through too much to be putting themselves through a mess. They're coming from a background that they fought. Now, for some of you, this person is just, I don't think so. I think this person has fought themselves. This person has fought through their own things. So maybe they've fought through anorexia. Maybe they've fought through bulimia. Maybe they've fought through really bad breakups. Maybe they've fought through really bad self-body image. Maybe they used to be real thick and they did what they could to get themselves to be not as thick, or they used to be super tiny and they've gotten themselves to be in a place where they're not so super tiny. Like they have a story that they have moved through that has given them a sense of worth. They saved themselves from something, or took themselves out of a situation that was really quite difficult to conquer. And the thing that they really had to conquer was, yes, the situation, but it was really like themselves in the situation, you know, their attachments, their situation. So were they living in a bad situation where, you know, they needed to depend on the people they were living with, but, you know, they decided to leave safety in order to go to freedom. I don't know exactly what they've been through, but they've been through enough to... They have a story. Okay. They've conquered themselves enough that they, you know, they don't want to do crazy shit. Look. All right. Now we're going to look at what this connection is going to be like, right? What this romantic connection is going to be like. This is your next romantic connection. So what is, you know, the nature of it, or what is it going to be like? Let's see. Okay. The Moon, Queen of Pentacles, oh, Secret, and the Empress. Oof. Oh boy. Now, the Moon and the Empress are on the negative side, okay? And the Queen of Pentacles in this deck is not the best to me. But we have the Sun. Amazing. Thank you so much for that. So, like I said, this person has been through it, and I feel like they honor themselves. Now, sometimes when someone honors themselves and they've been through tough times, they are open to new ideas, new possibilities, new connections, sure, but their standards and sometimes their boundaries are quite rigid. So I feel like this connection is going to be, is gonna show them, and quite possibly you, the rough edges of what it took to come out of previous situations, either from both your end and their end. You hear me? Like, when you have to be tough to move through a situation, you develop, you know, metaphorical calluses, tough skin. And that tough skin isn't called for when you need to be soft and vulnerable in a new connection. This isn't the person that harmed you before. This isn't the situation that has harmed you before. How are you going to be in this new connection that's fresh? You have to be malleable. You have to be a bit fresh. You have to see what the boundaries of this new connection are, and that whole thing. And it can be difficult to soften those calluses that we've developed from previous situations, those coping mechanisms, to fit a new one. However, this connection looks like it could really go the distance. The Queen of Pentacles is here covered by the Sun. So this connection is either with somebody that this could be the one. Okay. What do you mean, Luce? The one what? This could be the one, the big one. Just because the Queen of Pentacles, I think, stands for wifey. And we do have the Empress here. She is in her negative state, so we're going to look at that a little bit more. But with the Sun coming out here crossing the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles stands pretty strong. Okay, the Queen of Pentacles herself stands pretty strong. In this deck, she wild. Okay, she wild, but she knows her worth. She knows the worth of what she needs to do. So this relationship, this connection, I think, is going to challenge the other person. I think I said earlier in the previous spread to you that something about, because of what they've been through, if they're putting up with certain things that you're doing or certain parts of your relationship, it's because they really care. And I think with this, they really do care. They really do see you as the potential end-all be-all. And so they will, you know, they see that this is worth it, but it does challenge them, and it also challenges you. So we have the Moon here on the negative side. Okay, looking wild, ragged. That's tough. Okay, and we have the Empress here on her negative side as well. So to me, what I'm getting getting a someone, but I'm getting I suppose I should say connection, where both of you might see each other as, oh my goodness, this could be that person for me. This is what I've been waiting for. This feels so good, but your own sort of inner thorns come up. The perhaps environment with which your relationships takes place might be not the best environment. Not the best environment. I'm not gonna, the Queen of Pentacles on herself is bae to me. In this deck, she's not in the right environment. She's got what, stalagmites and shit around her. She got a big, like, just a little big booty Cinderella, boom, 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 like the stepsisters. Like, I'm not feeling her, but she is still the queen. And to me, this environment that you two might meet in, or might be in or something like that, is not the most conducive, but it's still something beautiful. You still have a beautiful connection. You still have a bright connection. You still have something where maybe you find fun in this. So let's get into this. Let's get the romance angels to shed some more depth into, you know, what this connection could be like. Can you tell us more about this, romance angels? Why do you feel so thin? Aha! Didn't I tell you this could be the one? Didn't I tell you? Didn't I not tell you? Baby, stop it. Stop it. Like that. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Come on. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. There is an imbalance. And at the bottom of the deck, we have attraction in reverse. Amazing. At the split deck, we have a lot going on. It's safe for you to love. True love in reverse. Yeah. So, now I will say with wedding, perhaps one of you or they are in an in a marriage. That would be weird. That could be a thing. Perhaps one of you is already in a relationship when this comes about, and therefore it's almost like that is the bad environment. That is the environment that is bad. But you know, we'll get there when we get there. You let me know, come back to this reading, holla back and let me know. But let's say that this is something that does influence this connection. You two may end up in this type of dynamic, or you do end up in a union, holy matrimony. But the fact that this landed on the moon tells me that this could also be a situation that is the rocky environment. Perhaps they are in a relationship. Perhaps you are in a relationship in your next connection. Perhaps you watching this right now are in a relationship. Shit. And if your relationship is rocky, perhaps your relationship and you're watching this might improve, or this is what your connection is right now anyway. Your relationship is, what are you doing? Your relationship might be in a wildin' spot, right? Things might be very imbalanced between you and the person that you're with. And a heart-to-heart conversation is definitely necessary for this connection to get back on track, whether that means together or apart. I don't know, baby. But going back to the singles who might be watching this, look, shoo, relationship people, shoo. The environment is bad. Things will be prickly. I feel like there's broken glass on this. This person may have been coming from a broken union that left them disillusioned about love, that left them very callous. Again, you know, to be in this kind of landscape, you have to develop tough pads, and you have to be able to walk on those tough pads to help protect you from the glass and the like, unless this is your connection. So let me look at this moon a little bit more, and also this empress here, because they both have thorns. For me, the negative side always kind of feels very thorny, very prickly. It's walking on not eggshells, baby. You wish it was eggshells. It's glass. There's chains here. So what's going on? Let me look at these two a lot more and see. Also, there may have been like some lies at some point, or could be. Future shit. It's hard to decipher. I really like the description of the moon here. I want to read it to you. Illusions and emotions that take over your life will cause you pain if you don't question their origins. This heart-to-heart conversation here. The dreams of practical people fade at dawn. Those who are haunted by dreams wander in delusion, chilled to the heart. Shake off the moon dust and face the waking reality. The Empress says you have no need to seduce in order to be loved. Dominate your selfish impulses and do not foster such energies in others. Decide how you can help those you love, renewing what you may have temporarily lost. Remember that betrayal and deception make it likely that you too will be deceived. So I feel like you're going to have a good relationship, a good connection, I should say, overall. It's just that it's going to be filled with perhaps really even both of you shedding the past mentally to help shape your relationship over the course of time. These are major energies. There's all majors, there's no minors here. We have the moon, we have the Empress, we have the sun. These are all major energies. Okay, so even with the Queen of Pentacles, I mean, she's high up there. So this is something that I feel will be beautiful, will be quite nice. Real connection here with heart-to-heart conversations. And even with chemistry in reverse, things might be daunting. Things might be rocky, but they're still overall quite nice and good. So this might be one of those, connections where you move through certain things. You expect them to react a certain way. They expect you to react a certain way. But you take time. It takes time for you to learn that you're actually safe in this dynamic. That you can express what you need to express. That you can shake off those calluses and soften them up. From previous connections. So now we're going to look at the time period. See if we can suss out a time period when this connection will come in. And what it has to, okay. In the near future. I feel like for some of you, this connection might be around you. And I feel like it's for those couples that watch this. People in, I don't know. If you're already sort of with someone, but things are wild and you're wondering what's next in your connection to see if you can suss out what the next phase will be, then maybe this is you watching. So for some of you, it is unlikely that you'll meet this person because they're already in your world. But for others of you, now you're not in a relationship, you're single, maybe you're fooling around with this person, that person, whatever your situation is. I'm trying to find out what the timing will be for this person. My cards feel so light today. It'll come in perfect look, it'll come in perfect timing and this situation will improve. So I feel like whatever nonsense that you two put yourselves through, whatever nonsense comes you all's way, your next connection, like your real next connection, I'm not sure if this is the person that you just kind of like see or meet or tickles your fancy. This is like your next real connection, the person that you end up connecting with truly in the essence of connection, not a tap tap pat pat pat, just a real connection. This is that scenario. So invite me to the wedding. Email me the invite. Look, pay for my flight. Oh, now we're gonna look at your guidance. Who wants to play? I had a deck that I wanted to pull guidance from, but I couldn't find it. I have a new deck of this deck. It was a gifted deck and I love it. It's so special to me. Okay. What is the guidance for my person watching this about this connection? What guidance can you give them? Let's go for guidance to speed up the proximity to them in this connection, to get to this connection quicker. Let's do that first. All right, Talisman is your how to make it come quicker. This is awesome. I haven't seen this in so long. Oh my god. OG deck, baby. I love this. This is to make it speed up, to come quicker. And your overall guidance, this connection. The Bone Collector. Absolutely. So I'm going to start with her because I know exactly what she's trying to say. Kind of. The Bone Collector is here to collect them bones. Who has been here since OG Loose Lumiére days, and you have not heard me say that in a while. The Bone Collector is here to collect them bones. She says, baby, give me the talisman of your past. Give me the shit that you've done. The symbols of your sorrow. And I will take those away from you. She's here to collect them bones. She's here to collect that shit, you know. That fuffery from the past. So that you can move forward weightless into this new connection. I'm going to read what they both have to say, starting with the BB. The BC. Bone Collector. The past has a way of repeating itself when you haven't learned the lesson inherent within the original situation. You're faced with this now. The Bone Collector is here to challenge you to see yourself as a whole being and not one who is perpetually trying to heal a motherfucking wound. You'll repeat the past if you don't reclaim the things you believe were lost. The information you seek lies in your history. Familiarity in this case isn't an invitation to dance the old dance again. Instead, it is a call to retreat and choose differently. The Bone Collector has a message for you. If you do what you did, you'll get what you got. Her warning is delivered with kindness, for she has deep love and respect for you. She will protect you. So she's saying, in this connection, when this connection comes your way, your guidance is to leave the shit behind. But know what shit you're actually leaving behind. Know what it is that, to the best of your ability. Like, stop replaying this story. And I think this is probably for both of you. Seeing as they're coming from some type of place too. Now, with the talisman, how to make this come quicker. Wisdom allows you to recognize traps on the road and familiar patterns that you want to avoid. Oh, baby. These two go hand in hand. Obviously, it's guidance. It also enables you to quickly gather information about where you are on your journey. It helps you recognize your allies and know how to find the best routes along the way. Now you're at a place where you know the right things to do, the best choices to make. You really can't commit a mistake. Whatever your inquiry, great fortune awaits you, for you have the wisdom to arrive at the right decision. You've learned your lessons and earned your right to success. The Bone Collector is here to really emphasize this, and these two make 50. I love that for you. Big change, big change, big change. What I'm seeing with this, if I put these two together to make things move faster, and your guidance in this situation is, even before you get to this situation, this connection with this person, do your part to dance around the shit that you know is not for you anymore. Okay, move around it. If you meet people along the way or have connections with people, not the big C connections that this one kind of feels like, but the type of connections where you know that this person, they want your attention, sure enough, but they don't want what you want. Don't dance the dance. Don't, avoid that. Swerve, baby, swerve. Please comment in the comments. I'm going to swerve. Please. If you receive this message, comment in the comments. I am going to swerve. So that you remind yourself that you have the wisdom and the knowledge to notice when something is for you and something is just one of those okie dokes. So that you can swerve past those things that you just don't need anymore, that aren't for you anymore. So that by the time you get to this, the bone collector is really just emphasizing this message of, on your path, let go of the patterns that have weighed you down in the past. Say goodbye to those. Move through those so that when you get to this connection, you flexed a muscle that is better to be flexed. Yeah, comment below. I'm gonna swerve. I claim it. I claim it's for you. Let's all swerve. I wish you everything. I really do. This was lovely. It's a great opener. For those of you who are here because you are in a relationship and you're like, what? I'm going to pull a little guidance for you. I think that guidance is for you as well. What are the behaviors or patterns in you that have allowed whatever the situation is to be the way it is? Is it you accepting too much nonsense? Is it you being too critical? I don't know what it is, but here's your guidance. For those of you in a relationship already that are in a dynamic that isn't really feeling that great. We have 6, 3, 3. This is a blessed pile. Lots of numbers. Love it. You have commitment in reverse. For some of you, you may have to lessen your commitment to the relationship, maybe. For some of you, you may need to break away for a time or indefinitely. I think you know what you may need to do. You may be walking into a commitment or a contract you will regret later. This isn't a good time to sign agreement or make any choice that would tie you up for a long period. If you're in a relationship, you may not receive the commitment you desire. Don't despair, for something much better awaits you. Now is also a time for agreements to be broken. Remember that rejection is God's protection. What hurts you now leads to wisdom later. And that wisdom is located in the talisman. The talisman helps us find and move around, swerve around those patterns that we don't need to have by the time we get to the connection that is actually ours, or by the time a connection is ready for us to be what it needs to be. Okay? I wish you everything. I really, really do. Keep your light on, good luck, and I'll see you in the comments. Please don't forget, I'm gonna swerve, so that you remind yourself that you are gonna swerve. So swerve, baby, swerve. It's not gonna be easy, but I think it's gonna be good. Okay? It's gonna be good for you. I feel like I really kind of read that the next connection for some of you, if you're still listening, is, now don't cancel me, is a connection with yourself. If you are relating to the type of person that's coming towards you, this may have been, sure, about them, but also Spirit trying to get your attention to listen to it for yourself. You are the one who's been through some things. You are the one who's had to fight yourself. And in fighting yourself, your next connection is just drawing connections that are more suited for you. But because you have been through so much, you've moved through so much, you've conquered so much within yourself, you don't want to be in some bullshit, right? You don't want to enter into commitments or relationships where you're taken for granted. Where there's illusion, you're disillusioned. You don't want to make the wrong choices. And so Spirit is kind of saying, hey, break the patterns within you that need to be broken, right? The patterns that maybe have found you in those situations. And it may be something like too much of a good trait could be bad. Too much of being understanding, too much of being criticism, too much of wanting feedback, too much of too much of being too kind, too much of being blah 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 blah, whatever that is now showing you a certain way of changing how you need to be. I don't know what it is, girl. I call everybody girl, but I don't know what it is for you. But if you're hearing this word, maybe this is for you. And it's in digesting that information, going, okay, I need to remove myself from that kind of behavior and be able to balance it more. Treat people that need that like that, but people that don't, pull back a little bit or not. I don't know what it is for you, okay? And once you do that, then a beautiful relationship might come your way, because you are now in a state of being where you can call that towards you and recognize it, because you're swerving all these little things that are coming up that are reminiscent of the kind of pattern that you have been trying to break, right? So I wish you everything, number 3. This was really deep. Don't tell anybody we did this, but definitely type in the comments that you're going to be swerving. I wish you everything. I really do. Keep your light on and good luck. Bye. Hey there. What is your next romantic connection? Let's look at what this romantic connection is. We're going to do this in several parts. Okay, so sit tight. Grab a bottle of water. My throat's already sore. We're going to look at what you need to know about this person. Okay, this person coming in, how you can identify them, XYZ. We're going to look at what kind of connection it's going to be, what the relationship is going to be, what the connection is going to be, the romantic one. We're going to look at the time period, see what what Spirit wants to give us in terms of a time period with which within this person, this connection will come in. And then lastly, we'll look at your guidance, okay? Because I'm not going to let you be hanging out there thinking, oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. When the guidance is like, no. We're going to find that out. So sit tight. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you need to. Check out the rest of the videos first, because I got some bangers. See if you're into this vibe. Let's get into it. Spirit, what do we need to know about this person? What do we need to know about this person coming in? What do we need to know about this person in the next connection? Tell us, please. What do we need to know about them? What's their deal? The sun. Paint the sun back into your sky. Sundress in reverse. Do it for you. Dragons. In reverse. Slay them all. We gotta catch them all. Pokemon. Clover. Release your guilt. This person that's coming in may have gone through depression or some type of mental health issue or mental sort of imbalances. And they have worked to free themselves from that cage, conquer that state of being, state of mind. And for some of you may still, be actively living in that state of mind, on and off and constantly trying to conquer it. They are a beautiful person. They might be kind of timid, a little shy, a little unworthy. It's the word that came out of my mouth. They might feel, if you think of someone who feels they're unworthy, what kind of behaviors do they have? They're shy, they're timid, they're a little bit quiet, they're a little bit, giggling, they're they're just kind of, maybe hold them, like they're just a little insecure. They might have a little like charm about them that is sweet and shy. This might be a sweet and shy person who may attempt to hide their defects, and I say that with quotations, that they believe are not savory. But I feel like this person has really worked hard to do their best to see themselves as worthy. It's still a constant battle to see themselves as, as important and deserving. So they do care what people think, and I think that's normal. That's how you survive in a society. And that is something that's helped them, in fact, aim to be more, aim to be better. They want to be better, and they want to be seen as, worthy in society, and I mean, this is some deep shit. I don't know how you just walking in the street and you look at someone and go, yeah, that person looks like they want to be seen as worthy in society. Like, I don't know. I don't know how you can tell, but this is a pretty deep deck. I feel like they're sweet. You know, they have a sweetness about them. I feel like they do, when they give eye contact, you can tell what's in their head. You can tell a lot from their eyes, what they're saying, what they're feeling, and there's sincerity in their eyes. So next up, we are going to see what the relationship could be like, what this connection will be like between y'all. Wow, this is crazy. A lot of the same, like, energies have popped up, but I'm liking how it's kind of different. And one of the previous piles, the Empress came up, but she came up on her negative side. So her coming up on her positive side is quite cool. And we also have a Tower on the positive side, and we have the Ace of Wands on the positive side. Look, invite me to this wedding, baby. Invite me to this wedding. And we have a sun at the bottom of the deck. I mean, this also came out before, but this is a sun in the negative. This makes sense. This makes sense. Towards this person, the energy they're in. And yeah. So again, major energies here for the kind of connection that you two will share together. We have the Tower, the positive side of the Tower. We have the Empress, and we have the Ace of Wands. So this seems to be a challenging relationship, a challenging connection, but a beautiful one. I feel like there will be push-pull. This is kind of a surprise connection between you two. This is one that neither of you really expected. I'm picking up they really didn't expect to be accepted, to be cared for, to be seen as valid, to be acknowledged, to be treasured. And that's creepy. That's scary. They didn't think that they could step up. And I think even for you yourself you're both quite shocked by this relationship. I might clarify the Tower, baby. What is this shock? I mean, I think whatever your connection is shocking is the word that's coming to mind. So I don't know where y'all meet or what you do or what. But here we have the Empress. So it's ripe. I mean, this could be, I don't know about love at first sight, but this could be a crazy connection that is cataclysmic. So there could be distance between you two. There could be different culture. It's just, there's something here that is like, holy cow. Whoa. There's no going back after this. There is no pretending you did not feel that spark. There's no pretending you don't feel what you feel. There's no pretending that this didn't happen. There's no pretending that y'all didn't just meet today and got married next week. Like, there's no pretending. There is no denying. There is no, bro, who am I reading for? Like, it's kind of a shock. I feel like you're walking down the street one day, you look at someone, they look at you, and you're like, oh, this is it. You know, you're chatting with somebody and it's a haphazard thing, but it changes the course of everything and nothing at the same time. It just, you know, your mental state and heart are shifted. All right, let's get into what this, let's get more into it. I want to talk about the Tower. Everybody always wants to talk about the Tower. What appeared indestructible has been destroyed. What seemed like a firm foundation has been shaken. There is a tower in your soul that must be knocked down. It has outlasted its usefulness. But what is the tower? Look well inside yourself and you will discover it. Be the instigator of change or the sufferer, or suffer the shock of being blasted through it. The accumulation of negative emotions and fatigue should be transformed as quickly as possible without caring for now what the new form will be. Divine energy, this little guy right here, and her, will fill the body, mind, and spirit of those who let themselves be struck by the sudden and uncontrollable action of transcendence. Surrender now, and later you will be rebuilt. Bro, that's powerful. Passion and feminine power will express themselves in you as life blossoms and matures. A world of possibility is in your hands. Perhaps even children or a happy marital union. If used wisely and generously, they will create a bright future, full of real beauty and spiritual completeness shared with those you love. Now, I feel very uncomfortable when I get readings that are like, you are going to meet the one, because what? But I've been doing this long enough that if you've been watching long enough, you might very well meet someone that you really do connect with, and it becomes a fairly long-term connection. With this one, we have the Ace of Wands, okay? We have the Empress, and we have the Tower, both, might I add, on the positive sides. Tell me more about this connection. Look, let's see what the Romance Angels have to say. I've been running my mouth. Ugh, gosh. Look at that. Finances and career, wedding, codependency. What is... Yeah. What do you want to do? I'm going to keep you in. Okay. It's so funny. Stay optimistic about your love life because it's not quite unrequited love, and it's also not quite romantic feelings. What is happening here? This relationship to me feels like there will be some, because of the nature of what I read before in the previous spread about the person being this sort of shy personality or laid back personality. I do see that person moving quite slow, and that impacting how you may digest their interest in you, or how they may digest your interest in them, and it coming out to be this kind of, well, maybe they like me, but maybe they don't. Well, maybe they don't, but maybe this just blech, grossness. It's just so confusing. People not possibly being able to move forward towards each other, but there's definitely this spark between them. Oh, this tower has to fall. This is long energy, right? This is major energy. This is phasal energy. Stay optimistic about your love life. This to me feels like, but the way they looked at me, how come I haven't, how come they haven't asked me out, or how come we haven't graduated beyond this thing? But the way they said that thing, the way they did that thing. So it's like, bro, it's going to be a little bit tricky. I want to clarify this a little bit more for you because what? Yeah. Jesus Christ. Oh, so creepy. I do not. And death at the bottom of the verse. The deck. And that deck is buzzing. It's talking. So I'm just going to go ahead and put you away. Death is stayed. Did you see that? Death stayed. Death is here. This is major energy. This connection is I don't want to say it's not gonna be easy. It's just because of just these sort of deep rooted things. Woof, you know? Okay, we're getting to some more meat. That Tower is clarified by the Hierophant on his negative side. The Unrequited Love is clarified by the creepy ass King of Cups. He gives me chills, baby. I do not like this imp. The negative King of Cups. And on this side, the romantic feelings are done by the Four of Swords. To me, like I said, this person will have feelings for you. Otherwise, what are we doing here? They will have feelings for you, but they may not express them. This might be someone that keeps their feelings inside in terms of enjoys them in their quiet space, smiles to themselves while doing the dishes, taking a shower, walking to work. And when they're in front of you, they know what they feel for you, but you don't. Or maybe this is even just the both of you. In terms of you, maybe not, one of you. It could be you, it could be them, not speaking up about, are we on the same page? Like, it's just, y'all both awkward. The Hierophant, clarifying the Tower. This is big energy. Wow. What does he have to say? The Hierophant in his negative form. A closed mind will disturb your life. And the lives of any who listen to advice based on unbending dogma. The beauty of creation does not belong to those who lead by empty roles or misguided ideals. Has faith abandoned you? Are you wandering in darkness? Question yourself about your shortcomings. So this is the stuff that's breaking down. What's been is breaking down. If this isn't the most Tower-ass card I have ever seen in terms of a tower, like a physical building, the Hierophant is structure. The Hierophant is what's been. The Hierophant is tradition. What is the Tower breaking? Negative tradition. Tradition that is no longer useful. Buildings, structures, internal patterns, that type of self-belief that is just no longer, baby, sing it with me, helpful. In the comments, number 4, I'm gonna need you to type break it down. Break it down, break it all down, break it down. This connection will rock both of you. It's gonna rock both of you in the most beautiful way. In the most beautiful way. And I feel like you'll both sort of be kind of stingy about sharing your love with each other because you're like, Type it in. If you claim this reading, break it down. Break it down. Comment, break it down in the... Look, I want to see a bunch of break it downs in the comment section if you're ready to pull this in. Because this looks lovely. There's something breaking and there's something growing from that. And something where you're both working together to fight against the side of you that just is so lacking. You're building and growing together. I love this deck. I love this deck. So thankful for it being a gifted deck. Thank you to the person that gifted it. You know who you are. The Tarot of Oppositions. Love that for me. Let's look at this King of Cups because I don't like him. He's such a creepball. But I do love that he is clarifying this because such a creepball. A cunning figure who is adept at hiding his true feelings may interact with you. Unrequited love, baby. What was I saying? We didn't need to shit. Or you may be the one deceiving yourself, not knowing how to regulate goodness and opportunism. Calculation and gain. Clarity would be preferable to cunning and criticism of others. Seek a deep inner vision of the human limitations that may characterize you. This unrequited love ain't real. These romantic feelings ain't real. These things exist. But like I said, I know how to read my romance angels. They're not true. They're internal things that you guys are both playing this game. What's going on in this connection? There are romantic feelings. This unrequited love is not the truth. It's what's being shown or seen on the outside, but on the inside of that person, there is affection there, you know? They just are so good at hiding their feelings. They may not know they're hiding their feelings, or they're just scared. And so they won't show their feelings. Or maybe that's even you, just the both of you. I mean, this is your shared connection, right? So who's doing what? Are you both doing it in just the different ways that y'all are doing it? So the next segment here we're going to look into is, are you enjoying this? Did you hit that like button already? Did you comment that you want to break it down? Let me know if you like this, because then at least I can know that this is, you know, a good structure. It's kind of long, I know, very long. So we're going to look at our third out of fourth spreads here, and we're going to look into the timing of this. I'm hearing some of you are watching this because you are already in a connection with someone. And by that, I mean like a whole ass, you know, relationship or situationship or whatever. For those of you who are in an actual relationship and you think things are on the rocks, but you're still in that relationship, I'll pull some guidance for you at the end. As well. Helpful people. That's awesome. Perfect timing in reverse. Romance and big happy changes. Look, when it comes to the timing of this thing, the timing won't work in the way that you want it to. It just won't. And we kind of saw that with the tower. I mean, the tower doesn't go, hey, I'm the tower, I'm gonna fall down now. Boom, 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 boom. Are you okay? No. It just goes, done. So it's not going to happen in the timing that you want it to. It's not going to happen when you are ready. It's not going to happen when they are ready. Y'all are going to be walking across each other and boom. Hello, love. And you'll, you know, just have to sort of deal with that. It's going to be good though. Big Happy Changes is one of my tower cards. There's Big Happy Changes, which is awesome. And then there's the look for another card in this deck that is my tower. When those two come up together, that's a big ass tower. This is a tower, but it's a nice tower. A nice tower. It's a big happy change. It's a good thing. There is going to be romance. We had the Empress. It's going to be good. The timing of this. You might meet this person in a group of people. So I'm thinking affairs, I'm thinking weddings, baptisms, I don't know. Out in a place where you can meet someone and they can be shy, but you're still in contact with them. So I don't know about online. It could be online. Maybe you do have a meeting and it just goes quite slow. But I do feel like this person, you might meet them in a crowd. This online space could be not necessarily the swipe left, swipe right type online place. If it is, it still could be in, but I feel like y'all would have met somehow. I'm going to this thing. Yeah, I'm going to be there too. Oh, great. Let's meet up. Cool. And then you know, that's how you meet up. I don't know if it happened like a date. I don't know. But this could be, you know, on a social network. This could be just, but that's me saying, like, to me, this is a crowd. Helpful people is a crowd of people. Where are there crowds of people? On social networks, where you are exchanging and interacting with people. And you have their contact, they have your contact, and sometimes there's lags in communication or whatever. You can comment on each other's, that type of thing. But this could also be, again, weddings, bat mitzvahs, I don't know your life, group places, in the bus, in the streets. I don't know your life, in a crowded place. I want to see if I can get more like dates, or I'm getting summer. I'm getting like summer months, warm months. I'm getting, this is a warmth type thing. This could even be as it's maybe, I don't want to say as it's getting colder. I'm getting like, you know, your summer, wherever you're located when it's hot and your people wear looser clothing. Also summer closing down. So where I'm at, this is June, July, August, like late August. For some of you, maybe even early September. For others of you, whenever it's summery outside, warm outside, and people are, you know, rejoicing or doing stuff, but also as it's getting a little bit cooler, like a little bit cooler. There's some climates where it's never fully hot, hot, hot. It's like cooler. So a cooler month is also good. Not cold, but cooler. So for some of you, this is gonna happen fast. Cooler as in like the sun is toning down, not cooler as in the sun is gonna tone up. So this is like a sun coming down cooler. That's what I'm getting. So August is quite heavy in my head. June, July also, whatever. Your guidance. What's your guidance? I'm gonna ask your guidance to avoid or to smooth all that hullabaloo. Okay. What's the guidance to smooth all the hullabaloo that this connection seems like it'll have? Okay. And then the guidance, just general guidance. Okay. And then the guidance for those who are currently in a dynamic and they're watching this, because y'all slay me. All right. The guidance for the hullabaloo that this connection has is strength in reverse. 44, number 4. I love that for you. Let me find that. When you see the strength card reversed, pay particular attention to your health. What is this? Avoiding the hullabaloo. Paying attention to your health. Okay, the well-being of yourself, quite frankly. Exercise, rest, proper nutrition are necessary to keep you in balance. Don't deplete yourself through overwork, as now is the time for building your stamina. Perhaps you feel bonds weakening in a relationship. Right? All that hullabaloo? Who knows? If they are in danger of being broken, they may need repair. Attend to them before the burden gets too heavy. Be strong. Face the reality of your relationship at this time. Give it your attention. For any fragile threads may give way. Let go of whatever robs you of your life force and trust that something better will take its place. Okay. Now, for those of you who just general, guidance for this situation is to clean it up. Mind yourself, mind your body, mind your stamina, mind your strength, and mind what is yours to mind. Mind the relationships. Repair what needs to be repaired here. And also clean up what's yours. Like, that's a part of your cleanup. Cleaning house, asks that you make clear the space. So when you see cleaning house, it's time to declutter your life. Get rid of unwanted things in your physical home and release what you no longer want or truly need. Is there any unfinished business you should address? Thoughts, memories, emotional baggage must be swept out of your house as well. Your conscience must be clear for you to move freely in the world. Amen. Let's go. Celebrate a spring cleaning and feel the freedom as you make way for much better things, like the thing coming in the summer. Remember? Spring cleaning, making way for the summer stuff. Look at what you've resisted discarding and be honest about its value. Be honest. Clean house. For my people in relationships that are watching this, your guidance here is the following. Where is it? Meditation is required when you receive the solitude card as a sign. Empty your mind of superfluous thoughts and allow stillness to flow through your whole being. This is not an advantageous time to ask questions or push forward in any way. Rather, it's a period of conscious retreat. What's called for now is to step back and take your focus off of your life and your troubles. You'll be surprised by how things sort themselves out once you've replenished your energy by means of a much needed rest and time out. So, number 4, it seems like something cute and happy is coming your way. It's not going to be without its okie dokes. Okay, it's not going to be without its humanity. But it seems like it's good. And so be mindful of doing your part to make sure that, you know, that you're in a good place. And hopefully that gives this other person the space, the time, and the direction to also be in a good place. Don't forget to comment, break it down in the comments. Especially if you yourself just know that you have some things within you that may need to be, quite frankly, broken down. Some things that you are willing to let spirit come through and clean away for you, that will allow something beautiful to come in its place and grow and be fruitful in there. Okay, so break it down. I wish you everything. I really do. Keep your light on. Good luck. Hey. Hello, 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 hello. We're going to be looking at what your next romantic connection is going to be like. I'm talking connection, okay? I'm talking connection. I'm not talking whoosh, whoosh. You don't know what that means. I'm not talking this. I'm talking this. What is this next connection going to be like? We're going to look into, we're going in. So I'm going to say take a sip. I'm going to take a sip myself. I'm thirsty. My throat is so raw from doing this reading. We're going to look at what you need to know about this person. Any sort of character identifiers, okay? We're going to look at what your connection will look like. What it's going to be like. Your relationship, your connection. We're going to try and suss out the time period with which this will come in. And then we're going to get some guidance for you based off of what this was and your highest good, you know, how to move in this energy, in this space, this connection. If you're down for that ride, go ahead and hit that like button. You can hit the dislike button if you want to, shit. Let's start looking into who this person is. What are they coming with? Wait. What's their identifier here? What do we need to know about this person real quick? What do we need to know about this person? They might be a righty. Oh, this is a lot of cards. I didn't realize. I kept shuffling. Oh, this is so many cards. I don't know what's happening here. Oh my goodness, this is so much. Okay, well, yeah. Why not? Yeah, well, so we'll keep this. All right. This person has been in a situation in their past that betrayed them. Okay. They were with somebody that either changed or they knew that the person was no good, but they stuck around. Okay. And when they were no longer with this person or what have you, they tried their best to reconcile the decision that they made. So to me, I feel like this person, they might love hard. Okay. They might have been quite dedicated to their previous partner, and they really tried to make it work. They tried. You know, they really tried. I think they are now quite focused on themselves. They want to make up for lost time. They prioritize their friendships, their hobbies. And they do dream about, being in love again or being with someone. But at the same time, they're I feel like they're ready. They're ready. Like they're ready to fight. Like they're ready to defend themselves in a way that they may not have been able to in the past. So this person is someone who, to me, feels like, yes, they're open to love, but at the same time, love now feels like a war. Love now feels like, a battlefield, and they need to be able to fight. They're sharpening their sword, ready to fight on the inside. They're ready. It's a response to what they've been through. But they love life, they're happy to be free. They're happy to be free. But they want companionship. It's just companionship depends on, another person. Maybe they do have a pet, cat, pet, whatever, but they and their friends, a good social life. But when they go home at night, yes, it's nice to have this pet or their freedom or their self, whatever, but it's not the same as having a person. And maybe a person would be nice, but I'll be ready to cut them if they need to, that kind of thing. So let's go ahead and start looking into what that relationship is going to look like. Because I feel like they're open to it, and they are good in the beginning, right? They're open, they're flirting, they're doing those cute things, but I feel like once it gets serious, this person shields up. They're ready for a fight. This is a response to the last time I felt like this. I had to put my dukes up. I gave some, I feel like they're ready, they're open, but that readiness only goes so far. So let's look at what this connection could be. Yeah. And I think, I think that's fair. I feel like for them, they are yeah. Okay. Hey, Spirit, what's this relationship gonna look like? What's this connection? Knight of Pentacles. Okay. The Knight of Wands instead. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. Okay, we have the Six of Cups. We have the Five of Cups. We have the Magician. We have the Knight of Wands. And we have the Ace of Wands. We have a lot of passion and energy and emotions and sorrow and loneliness and reminiscing and fear and in and outness, erraticness, but passion and the will to move forward. And this is both of y'all's energy. The Magician is on the positive side. The Ace of Wands is also on the positive side. The Five of Cups is on the positive side. I'm using the Tarot of Oppositions, which is a deck that was beautifully gifted to me for my birthday by a wonderful subscriber. You know who you are. Thank you so much. I love this deck. I'm so happy I got it. Then we have on the negative side, the Knight of Wands and the Six of Baby Cups. Okay. Let's call the Romance Angels before I start talking. The beautiful thing here is, and I feel like this is, it's not bad. My heart feels sad. My heart feels a little bit heavy, but it's one of those things where you hear someone's story and you want good for them, you want better for them, but you know, not so deep down, but you know that it's going to be hard for them because of what they've been through. Like, there's no, like, even though someone is, like, it's like you can take the hood out of the person, but you can't take the person out. You can take the person out of the hood, but you can't take the hood out of the person. You can take someone out of a situation, but all of us, our coping mechanisms, our reactions to that situation, they might stay with us for quite some time. And it's just one of those heavy-hearted things where, you know, it's going to take time and time has to be given to it. But I'm seeing this, that on both your ends, you are someone, or your connection is going to be something that is quite sweet for this person, right? So I don't want you to take my size and my heavy-heartedness as though this is going to be a nasty or a bad connection. I'm not seeing that, but it's going to be its challenge, which every relationship has its challenges, every connection has its challenges, but this challenge is going to be this in and outness, this fight within and without, within, stemming from within, reflecting without, reflecting on the outside. So tell us more about this. What's this connection gonna be like? Tell us more about this connection. Yeah, you deserve love. I mean, this popped up in my hands. Yeah. Soulmate in reverse. So I feel like, you know, I'm not sure where you're coming from. We're not really checking up on you. This is where you show up. But, and I feel like you do add the lightness to this dynamic, right? I feel like you add you help them see things better from your dynamic. You show them a different way to be, okay? But yeah, this dynamic has, with you deserve love, there is some question here of worthiness. And there's some acting out from that place. This could be really from both of you, as well. Playfulness is here. So I feel like you two will fight for one another. I do see that. feel like, yeah. And that could be something where you lead the way in that. You lead the way in ushering that kind of connection where you call out what's happening. Okay. So with the Magician here, y'all have the raw tools to move through this connection. I feel like it will be a genuine connection. There will be a genuine connection. It will be quite playful, okay? It'll be based in passion, desire. And this could even be someone who, it starts off as friends with benefits, or it starts off as quite light. Just because I think I remember saying this kind of like up to a point, they then become a bit, they're open up to a point. This could be someone that starts off friends with benefits, starts off super light, playful, and then once it seems like it start getting serious, if it even gets there. That's the thing that I'm seeing here. With this person and this dynamic is still forming. They are still moving through whatever ails them, and even you, right? I do feel like you have this 5 of Cups. I feel like you are this 5 of Cups. Okay, the brighter side of things. The joy. But then this is them sort of the wound replaying over again. Even your former wounds showing up in this relationship, and you two having that stuff surface for the both of you. Wanting someone that you can't have, or feel like you can't have, missing something that you had, but maybe it was in your head that you had it, or maybe you did used to have it in the past. And this is for both of you, right? Being scared of whether or not this is happening or not. This is still in motion. This doesn't feel like, this feels like this could have multiple phases to it. So let's look at the Knight of Wands in particular on his negative side, what he has to say, what he's contributing to this overall story, which I'm quite interested to share with you. So he says, impulsivity and force without control will only give you temporary results, and they attract enemies. No one doubts your worth except you. Even those who know your flaws and failings can't help but respect your valor. So there is a lot of in and outness here, and I feel like this person, and then subsequently you, really, or the both of you, have this ability where you both know what it takes to be in a successful relationship, and you both see that there is potential here in your connection. But I feel like this connection is largely quite possibly physical. I know I said that it was not a passing fancy connection. It was not one of these like that. It's a connection. But I guess you will both have feelings for one another. But this connection will be a little bit more on the physical side. Shit. But then emotionally, you both are going through this push-pull of wanting to move on and forwards together, but also still being, you know, nursing the past and trying to care for that to make sure that it doesn't happen, or however way you digest that. The Five of Cups says, leave the past behind. And this, the Six of Cups, is the past. Leave the past behind if it slows you down, limits you, or makes you sad. The experiences that have hurt you are treasures to be valued, so you don't have to fall into those traps again. Prepare for an inconclusive period without dynamism. Only by meditating on your options will you come out well. Now, the Six of Cups says your emotionality and vulnerabilities may prevent you from feeling your worth, which is a huge thing that's coming out. Worth. And we said this earlier, right? We said this earlier in the initial spread, so love that. And make your emotionality and vulnerabilities may prevent you from feeling your worth and making balanced choices, right? Making balanced, right choices. To regain yourself, your sense of self, and your lost clarity, accept the moment of instability. And that probably goes for you. If they're the ones that are going to kind of be in and out and here and there, and both of you signed up to be in this kind of dynamic, one of you might be, you know, emotionally not knowing your worth, which everybody can tell you, I love you, you're worth it. But sometimes even those words make it even harder to believe them yourself, for yourself. It's rough. And for you on your end, it's this instability between you two, or in your own, you know, well-being, unless, you know, this is how your next connection is going to be and it's flipped and you're the one that's like, I don't think I'm worth this connection, and they're the ones who are like, this instability is driving me crazy. To regain your sense of self and your lost clarity, accept the moment of instability. Understand that it is better to wait and figure out who you really are rather than hastily making mistakes. So yeah, I feel like this one is slightly tricky and hits close to some of you. So let me actually clarify a few things here. Let's clarify the Knight of Wands. Okay, let's clarify the Ace. Came out real quick. Let's clarify the Six of Cups. Let's clarify for yourself. Yeah. Okay. And we have the Ten of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So here's the thing. For the Knight of Cups, clarifying him, we have the Hermit and the Three of Wands. A lot of waiting energy. This is inner energy. However, it is on the positive side of both of these, okay? This is waiting for something to come. So I feel like this person will have feelings for you. You two will both have feelings for one another, but will not be able to be all you know you can be together, because you know that you are not ready for that, period. You're just not quite ready for that, and you're waiting to be ready for that, and you don't want to let go of each other or the other, because you know that there's something special here. There is a real connection here, but it's difficult to let go because it's difficult to let go, but you're also not really ready to be all in. Clarifying the Ace of Wands is the Empress. This is that physical relationship, okay? This is being connected through sex or physical, whatever that looks like for you. Physical stuff. I don't know, whatever it is that you do for each other physically. Because on this side, the Empress is on the negative side, which is beautiful. Not for you, but from the perspective of the Ace of Wands, and this being potentially more of a physical face, right? But there's depth underneath, right? Remember I said that earlier. Because on this side, she talks about seduction, dominating selfish impulses, and not, leaning on those as the way forward. The way to be is the only way to be. Clarifying Six of Cups is the devil, and clarifying free yourself is the sun on the negative side, and it's a devil on the negative side as well. So definitely these attachments to the past are attachments to the past that is really not serving. Attachments to sex, possibly. You know, this could be a connection that you might feel or they might feel sexually. Really, for some of you, it could be that, where there are feelings involved and it stems from a sexual desire that isn't helpful for some of you. Okay? And it's not until you sort of free yourself from that dynamic that anything fruitful can actually come about, right? Because by not freeing yourself, and I don't know how I didn't mention this before because I was thinking it, you're hurting yourself. By not freeing yourself, you're hurting yourself. This little guy has little arrow bleeding holes in him, you know, he's been got. Okay, this sun child is starving. But the sun will rise again. The freedom will come, is what the sun card promises, even in its negative state, especially in its negative state. The sun will rise and there will be no longer a famine. But for some of you, that's the dynamic, right? For some of you, this dynamic is largely sexual and it's in and out. And even though you both know how to have a good relationship, it may take quite some time. But for others of you who this is a dynamic with somebody who there really is a connection on both ends, this devil here, I want to look at it a little bit closer. You've forgotten the light of the world and how to turn it on inside you. You may be hypnotized by pleasure and subjugated by the magnetism of others. You may have addictions to substances, be enslaved by money, and crave power and glory that you do not fully deserve. Wow. The journey through the underworld would teach you a lot if you survive to emerge again. Oh my god. Oh shit. And so I feel like that's what is happening in the emotions between you two and your connection, or between the other person or even you. What are the things, the emotions that like you're still tying to, as mentioned in the Six of Cups earlier, right? Like what are some of those things that the vulnerabilities and the choices and the instabilities that you're holding on to that you might need to let go in order to have a better harvest, bro. A better relationship, either with this connection or beyond. Okay, so yeah. That dynamic is very wild. I was not expecting that in this next relationship here. That's not to say that it's not going to end in sunshine and rainbows, but that's also not to say that it will end in sunshine and rainbows. That's just to say that that's the kind of connection it might be, but it does feel like it is in flux. I didn't feel that. For some of the other readings, it was like, okay, you sort of reached a certain point, but this one seems, I don't know, it felt like there's more. So, but we're going to look at what the timing of this connection will be for you here. Okay. What's the timing of this dynamic, this connection? within the next few weeks, don't stop in reverse, and unlikely opportunity. Oh my goodness. So it looks like this could be happening within the next few weeks. I'm getting 6 to 7. Yeah, this could be happening within the next few weeks. I'm getting like 6 to 7 weeks. So holla at your girl. Let me know. I want you to type in the comments, I'm breaking patterns that don't serve me. I want you to write that. I'm breaking patterns that don't serve me. This is a great opportunity. This dynamic is a great opportunity to break the patterns that don't serve you in your love life, in your love connections. So that's good. I like that for you. Within the next few weeks, so I'm getting 6 to 7. That's like the number that I'm seeing in my head, like 6 to 7 weeks. Like I'm seeing a calendar in my head and it's 6 to 7 weeks. So I'm breaking patterns. Okay, I'm breaking patterns. We're gonna look at what your guidance is in this dynamic. What is the guidance here? Yeah. So your guidance here and sacred pool. What are you putting out? You know, what are you putting out? So we have rock bottom. The cool thing about this card is no matter how you look at it, rock bottom is rock bottom. There's nowhere to go but up. It's the beginning and it is also the end. I want to read that to you because I feel like that message is really quite potent as just its own thing. This is a symbol of addiction in all forms, subtle or obvious. Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results will never provide you with what you desire. At this moment, there is nowhere else to go and you're facing the end of the road. If you fear change, be willing to change. Surrender your wants to a higher power. Ask for truth and allow humility to be your guiding force from within. You will always get what you need. You are only a victim of your perceptions. Take heart, because you can't sink any further. The only way to go from here is up, and wondrous things await you. So if you do have certain patterns that are keeping you in bad situations, or situations that you don't want to be in long term, okay? Because there's nothing wrong with wanting a physical relationship, hey, but if it's not what you ultimately want, if you believe it's what you deserve, if you believe that's where it stops for you, that might be a mental thought pattern that you've been addicted to. That's what you latch onto, and that could be something that you really might need to look at yourself and fight with yourself to change that. Yeah. And then we have magic stream. In the reverse, it means you're swimming against the current. There are times when effort and sheer willpower will result in victory and celebration, but this isn't one of them. You can't force inspiration. You can't manufacture creativity lest you borrow too heavily from others' ideas. Neither can you make someone love you or orchestrate a series of events that might place you in a more favorable position. Now is the time to drop the trying and jump into the stream and float. Immerse yourself in the experience of being fully present with whatever is true for the moment. You'll never step in the same river twice anyway. So that's a big word for you watching this. You know what you need to do for yourself and to pivot your love life, and it's so doable. It's so doable. It's so doable. It really is so doable. If you want love, you will have love. You just need to continue knowing that that is what you want, holding that vision, and allowing yourself to fight the person that is holding you back from that, which is yourself. And that's difficult, right? But you have the tools, you know how to do it. It's just actually doing it. So I wish you everything. I'll see you in the comments, right? If you'd like a private reading, the information for that is in the description box below. I will see you next time. Keep your light on. Good luck. And I wish you everything. I truly do.